What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing something totally different. I have this box here that I'm going to open up. We're going to take a look at a small little project. So let's open this up. See what's inside. So one of my other hobbies is ATVs. So what I bought here, it's all unpacked. Ooh, there's a lot of packaging in here. Let's see what we got. Wow, wrapped really well. A lot of stuff. And the first thing is a small but powerful light bar. It has a custom plug put on it already. Along with this. My favorite knife. It's a Cricut Ken Onion Arrows. So what this is that it's a wiring harness for a Polaris Sportsman for the 3-way headlight mod. So basically when you turn on the lights on low beam, you get the 2 lower lights on. When you turn on the high beam, you get the upper light on. But when you have your high beams on, it would be nice to have all 3. So this small mod here makes it super simple to make it so that when you put on your high beams, it turns on for all 3 lights. And it's also supposed to make it really easy to add this in also. So, can't forget, I also got LED lights to put in, which are even brighter than the current lights. So we're going to take a look at all this stuff. I got some directions, I got some zip ties, got some mounting brackets. I might not put this small light bar on today, but maybe we'll power it up to see what it looks like. But we're going to take a look at the Polaris and see what we need to do. Alright guys, so my garage is a mess, but this is my 2019 Sportsman 570. This thing is a beast. For me, the 570 is perfect. So this thing is pretty much brand new. If I turn this on, we can see on the engine, we got .6 hours. Pretty cool. So, got the headlight switch over here. We can see it's off. When we turn it on, low, we get 2 bottom lights, but not the top light. Put it on high, get that top light. Oh, that's not too bright, but not the bottom light. So what we're gonna do is that when we turn it on high, we're gonna get that top light and the 2 bottom lights. The first thing we need to do is that there's 4 bolts that hold this piece on that we're gonna take off. And there's 4 bolts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you guys are gonna do this, know that you need a Torx. Looks like that. 25. There's a Craftsman T25. You can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start removing those. I'm gonna get everything taken off. Set these off to the side. Let's see if this comes off nice and easy. So you gotta be a little bit careful on this side. You got this that you need to pull it around. Otherwise, not too bad. Really clean in there. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. And then we're gonna look at the floor in here. So I don't know if it's just me, but this thing doesn't stay up unless I hold it up. I don't know if there's a way to change that, but if you guys know a way, let me know. Let me try and get some light in here. And we're gonna take these out. Same size. T25. So the reason why I got the kit that I got is because I like a very clean install. Basically, a lot of people are kind of splicing wires and cutting things up. And I'm one of those guys that likes clean install, way to reset back to factory without having to, you know, cut things up. I don't want to solder wires. I want something simple. So there's this guy on Facebook that was nice enough to make these kits. He makes like the wiring harness so that everything just plugs in. And it definitely costs a little bit more. If you buy those kits on eBay and Amazon where you gotta splice the wires, it's gonna run you, you know, some of them you can get for like under 10 bucks, up to like $15. For this, it was, I think, $30 for that. I was trying to remove just this piece, but this into the whole center is one big piece, and these kind of pop out. So you can see there's little hinges in here. You also need to watch out for this. So we're going to pull that off. We're going to pull it off here. Just kind of put it off to the side. And pull this whole piece in. This is the center access panel, so we can see everything that we need to. Put this off to the side, and we are in. Very nice. Look at that. Fan, coolant. I think that this is how you connect to the computer right here. Cool, so we're gonna do a test with this first. I'm not gonna run the cables through yet. I'm just gonna hook them up and make sure it works. So basically we just need to connect to one headlight. So we can see here, this is the right side. In the instructions, it actually says that the right side is easier to connect to. I've got my phone here to give it some light because it's pretty dark. So it does have the wiring yellow and red, and it says that red goes to the headlight. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna disconnect. And there we got that popped off now. So that's a light we're going to replace, but we're going to test it with the stock lights first. So what we're going to do here is that this on from the red side. It's going to connect. So this way. Pop that in. Make sure those lock tight on both sides. I'm going to pop this one into here now. Alright, so we got that. That right? Alright, let's go this way. Nope, how's that first time? Alright, these, but I'm just gonna pry them off a little bit. There we go, and then that popped off. Very cool. Okay, so on the top side, got the plug there. So I'm just running the cable off to the side right now so that I can test this. So we're going to plug this bad boy here. this one. So, into here. So that's simple. So now that we got it plugged in for testing, I'll take the key, turn it, got power, low light, still good, high beam, all of them are on now. Perfect, and it was that simple. Simple, simple, simple. So let's switch out to LEDs and get this wired properly. All right, I got the harness back off, so what I'm gonna do is that I just want to remove the bulb. Just gotta turn this. It's a little bit of a pain because of the wiring that's in there. And then it comes right out. Easy does it. That's that one. We're gonna get the LED and put it in place. He did a great job sending these LEDs out. These are super nice. And they're perfect, so they should fit in pretty easily. Like I said, this wiring is right here. It's a little bit tight. This guy. So what I want to do is get it in there. I'm going to turn it. Oh, that wire. It's tough. I'll lock it in place, and there we are. So we're good now. Alright, so here we are. Gotta turn this one also. This one turns towards me and pops out super easy. Same light. I'm gonna put this back in. Here's the new LED. And that's locked in. Cool. Gotta go to the other side now. Alright, on the other side, use the screwdriver. We haven't taken the wire off this one yet. So, alright, that comes right off. This one's going to turn away from me. So they all turn the same direction. Comes out. Be careful with it. I say be careful with it because, like I said, I like very clean installs where I can set everything back to OEM. Not everybody likes modifications. Put that back there and this should plug right in. Make sure you get that snap in there, make sure it's in tight, and we're good. Sweet. So we're gonna run that new cable and then turn everything on and see what it looks like. So I'm looking at how we're going to wire this, and basically it's going to connect up there and go straight down. We're going to follow as it comes down this big cable right here. And I don't know what these two wires are. I'll have to figure it out. Not that I have to know, but it would be nice to know. I'm going to follow along here. And then what I'm going to do is that down here, we're going to go underneath this bracket, if you can see my finger here. I don't want to go across this hose. I just don't like putting wires across hoses, if you can see the hose right there. So we're going to go underneath the bracket that the top of that hose is mounted to. And then this wire right here is actually the harness for the headlights currently. So we're going to follow that down. And that's going to bring us right back out. This is the harness. It's going to bring us right along here. We're going to be able to zip tie up with this and basically hook up just like we were before. Pretty sweet. So let's do that. So as I try to do this while holding on to the camera, I don't have a good way of setting this up. Maybe I'll try and put it off to the side. But one thing he said to make sure is that the throttle cable right here, make sure you go underneath it. So we're definitely going to go behind that. We're following this cable down. So we're staying behind the throttle cable. And we said red goes down, yellow stays at the top. Right at the red end, we're just gonna fish it right through. Follow the other cables. I'm gonna pull that down. That won't be near the hoses. We're gonna leave those alone. Like I said, we're gonna go down. Oh, you know what? This plastic piece actually makes it really nice to fish through also. So you can see down here, we're gonna go underneath that bracket. And that brings us right over to where this harness is. Now we're gonna try and follow that harness down there. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see where this is going now. And let's tangle that up. Oh. Alright, so let's see. You can see, it's right here. Look at that. Very cool. So let's get everything plugged in. Oop, backwards, of course. We hear those pops. It's locked in. That's good. Do the same for this side. Those are popped in. Perfect. So I definitely don't want this hanging down. So we're going to tighten that up. We're going to pull everything back up and zip tie it where we need to. But we definitely got some room. Got some slack up here too. So we need to see there's definitely some extra cable. So we'll see what we need to do with that. So I'm just going to get this straightened up and I'll be back to show you the finished product. Alright guys, so I got it wired properly. I got the LEDs in. So let's see what this looks like now. So we're going to turn this. And we're going to put the low beams on. Oh, they work and they're definitely much wider, definitely much brighter. So those look great. Awesome. We're going to flip the high beams on. I'm going to flip this to high. Sweet. So we got all of them on. This is kind of shining right at us. Let's turn that. Very nice, very bright, very, very bright. All right, so I've not decided how I'm gonna mount this yet, but I just wanna see what it looks like. So if you noticed on the harness that was provided, it had an additional connection. That's gonna be for this. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this down real quick. Over here, I'm gonna get connector. Put this back up and let's take a look at what this is going to look like. So we have the connector here. Okay. Try and set this up so that we can see it. Maybe. This into this one. That should be it. Make it super simple. This guy hooked it up. So we're gonna take the light bar, put that up here. Now I don't know if this only works on high, if it works on high and low, or what. Let's get the key and see what this thing looks like. I think it's only on high, which is good. So we can still have the low beams on. I'm gonna turn this on again. Got a low beam, which is just those. And then let's see what this high beam looks like. Whoa, that thing is bright. Wow. Wow, that's a pretty serious LED. Wow. Man, I can't even look at that thing. That is super bright. So now I need to decide how I'm gonna mount that. But other than that, that was the entire job. I mean, this is super simple. This guy on Facebook, Adrian, I think his name was, hooked it up. That harness is super simple, no splicing, no cutting, no soldering, no taping. Everything is plug and play, man. and it's super easy. There's 4 bolts inside here, 4 bolts on here, and everything just pops off and pops back on. And these lights are amazing. So if you guys are looking to do this 3-way headlight mod, this is the way to do it. This is the easiest way. This is the cleanest way. This thing is awesome. Hope you guys like this. Once I get everything back together, I'll do a nice video of me riding around. Thanks guys, make sure you subscribe, and I will talk to you later. All right guys, I said I was done, but I decided to mount this light. I just was kind of looking about how I'm gonna wire it, where am I gonna put it. So here's the light, and what I did is that I put this mount right here. So basically it's right in the center of the grill. 1, 2, 3 of these middle pieces down, so that's the middle. I counted 1, 2, 3 down, and I put it right through. It's a little bit of a tight fit for the screw, but it's not like I had to drill a hole. Like I said, I like clean installs. I like to be able to return everything to stock. So it's a little bit tight kind of getting it through, but it fits perfect. It's in a good spot. I'm going to mount it on here just like that. I test fit it, and the lid still opens on top. It looks pretty nice. It might have been pointing down a little bit, but we'll find out once I'm done. So let me get the rest of this thing bolted together, and I'll show you the wiring, and I will show you how I have it done. All right, we're done up all nice. So let's see what the finished product looks like. See that I put a zip tie right in there. It's a little bit dark. Goes up under here. Let me open this up. The wiring just comes right over here, goes right into that wiring area. Pretty cool. So let's button that up. Button that up. Let's turn this on. Let's make sure everything works. Alright, so we got low beams. We got both LED low beams working. Sweet. Then we got, boom, the high beams. That top one, I mean, that's nothing compared to this giant thing. I don't know if that's on a little bit of an angle down. I'm gonna have to kind of play with that when I get outside. It's pretty late, and it didn't take me that long, but it took me longer to kind of make sure I liked where the wires were going, make sure that I had them zip tied where I wanted them, and put everything back together. So I feel good. I like it. I like it a lot. Boom.